Welcome back to the Daily Taoist with Will S. We are talking about the Tao Te Ching and how to get back into spirit and alignment with the way. Today I'll be talking about verse 43. The Tao Te Ching was written around 2,500 years ago by a man named Lao-Tzu. It is one of the oldest texts in existence and certainly one of the wisest. Its wisdom is timeless, and its message is as relevant and important now as it was back then, if not more so. It is vital that we learned to come back into balance with the natural world, to live a more harmonious and selfless way. And the Tao Te Ching beautifully instructs us in bringing ourselves and our lives into alignment with the Tao. Verse 43. The gentlest of all things overcomes the hardest of all things. That which has no substance can enter where there is no space. Hence I know the value of non-action. Teaching without words, performing without actions, few in the world can grasp it. This is the Master's way. The wisdom of the Tao Te Ching contradicts just about everything we're taught and conditioned to believe in. Therefore, this realization of truth does not perhaps come easily or readily to us. We're brought up to believe that strength and brute force is the hallmark of true power, and that decisive action and even at times violence are necessary to overcome obstacles. Lao-Tzu asks us to consider the opposite. The wisdom of the Tao is based upon the observation of the natural world. Nature doesn't try to do anything, and it doesn't have to force or conquer or take action to sustain itself. Everything happens through non-action. It happens because it is its nature to happen. Nature operates through effortless effort. The question is, can we do the same? Can we let go of the propensity to manipulate and mold the outer world and the conditions of our life to conform to what our minds tells us they should be? Can we come to realize and embody the virtue of non-action? After all, in spite of the best efforts of the mind and ego, we are not so much doings as we are happenings. In this realization, we can perhaps surrender to the flow of life as it happens through and within us. Compliments for the essay go to Rory at the Daily Tao, blogspot.com. Thank you, Rory. I don't really have too much to say here. Be like water is quite prevalent throughout the Tao Te Ching. It's also featured heavily in some other philosophies, Bruce Lee, and Buddhism as well. I definitely encourage you that if someone acts harshly towards you, whether it's verbal, emotionally, spiritually, psychically, kinetically, all those different energies, be like water and try to flow into the places where there's hurt and there's tension. Most people, or NPCs, non-player characters, as I say, are just running the scripts of their life. They're not having a conscious awareness of what they're doing most of the time. And they are often so absorbed in their own inner hubris that they don't really take the time for other people. But that just means that you have to love them just as much in return. Okay, so don't take things personally and try to flow into the spaces in between and overcome the hard by being soft. If you are interested in learning more about the Tao Te Ching, getting back into spirit and alignment with the way, you would like to connect with me, have coaching, please contact me at the Daily Taoist on Instagram and Twitter. I am no longer on Facebook for personal reasons. Have yourself a great and prosperous day. I love each and every one of you underneath this Mandelbrot universe. Namaste from Will S.